Nestled high in the breathtaking peaks of China's majestic mountain ranges, a captivating world awaits, the world of China's mountain village dwellers. These courageous individuals have chosen to embrace a life on the edge, defying the odds and living in harmony with nature in some of the most remote and challenging terrains imaginable. Such villages are also called cliff villages. The formidable terrain, extreme weather conditions, and scarce resources create an environment that is not for the faint-hearted. The soaring mountains, with their steep slopes and treacherous paths, define the very essence of life in this region. The residents face arduous journeys through rugged terrain, often traversing narrow trails elevated hundreds of meters above the ground. Every step requires careful attention and sturdy footing in order to navigate the perilous paths that wind through the mountains. These mountain village dwellers have adapted to their unique environment and way of life with courage and resilience. The stunning scenery and the incredible stories of the people who live there are awe-inspiring. In this video, we will take a closer look at the mountain village dwellers of China, their way of life, and the incredible challenges they face living on the edge. One of the most well-known cliff villages on the internet is actually a village, located in the remote and secluded mountains of Sichuan province, China. This unique settlement has gained widespread attention for its reputation as one of the most elevated and remote villages in the world. Its history dates back to the Yuan dynasty, when it was first established. Picture narrow, winding pathways carved into the mountainside, leading to intricately built stone houses that cling precariously to the slopes. Each step taken in these villages reveals a breathtaking panorama of mist-covered peaks, cascading waterfalls, and terraced fields that seem to defy gravity. It is a landscape that both challenges and rewards those who call it home. Nestled among the mountains, actually a village stands as an isolated island, 800 meters above ground level. It was settled centuries ago by the ancestors of the village, who sought refuge here from war. The local inhabitants lead a self-sufficient way of life, relying on the resources within their mountainous surroundings. To connect with the outside world, the only means of transportation is a simple rattan ladder. Although a steel ladder has been constructed in Cliff Village, the challenges posed by their remote location have resulted in poverty becoming a prominent issue for the villagers. Nevertheless, they continue to thrive and maintain their unique way of life, perched high up in the mountains. In the village of Achalair, where 2,556 sections of ladder serve as the only means of access. Some portions of these ladders are nearly perpendicular, posing a challenge comparable to scaling 200 floors in a towering skyscraper of Shanghai. Perched on a steep cliff, with an elevation of approximately 2,624 feet, this village is well known for its dangerous and unstable tracks, requiring inhabitants to rely on vine ladders for their daily commutes. The steep terrain and difficult access have earned Achalair the moniker of Cliff Village. The Cliff Village comprises of 3 distinct groups. The first assemblage is situated at the foot of the towering mountain, with an exhausting 2-hour climb separating it from the second group. And a further hour of journey is needed to reach the third and final group. Stepping foot into these mountain villages is like stepping back in time. Here, ancient traditions and customs are preserved, passed down from generation to generation. The isolation of these villages has allowed for the development of unique cultural practices, distinct dialects, and a way of life that is both awe-inspiring and humbling. The isolated village, dating back 200 years, sat nestled amidst near vertical cliffs, resembling a chair resting precariously on its edge. To reach school in the river valley below, the children had to navigate a series of rustic bamboo ladders, fashioned by hand and suspended from the cliffs above. Scaling these ladders could take up to 3 hours, and 17 rickety ladders had to be traversed for the descent and ascent. Due to the potential dangers, parents were required to accompany their children during this treacherous journey. As a result, the students had to reside in the school dormitories instead of risking their lives on the treacherous wooden ladders and vertical climb back to their homes. Journalist who went to see this village cheekily said that, "This climb is for monkeys, not for humans." The grass on the cliff was tied into knots and the children had to grab these knots to climb up. In some scary sections, the place where you can get down is less than the size of the palm of your hand. There are canyons, caves, hot springs, virgin forests and other tourism resources in the village. Due to the lack of roads in this vicinity, villagers must navigate through arduous slopes by means of hiking or climbing. Some of these inclines are steep and nearly perpendicular to the village. To reach their homes, workplaces, hospitals, and schools, villagers utilize wrought iron and wooden ladders, as well as climbing equipment such as rope, harnesses, and backpacks. While these ladders offer a more secure and convenient mode of transport, they require a considerable amount of strength. As a result, there are elderly residents in these villages who have remained in their homes for years due to the challenge of navigating the steep staircases. These sturdy ladders are typically fashioned from durable metals and anchored to the cliffs. For extra support and safety while ascending or descending, many of these ladders are equipped with railings. Due to the difficulty of transporting construction materials, most dwellings in the villages have been constructed using locally sourced rock and timber. Despite the limited expanse of open land within the rugged mountains and steep cliffs, the villagers residing here prioritize agriculture for subsistence or commercial purposes. Utilizing terrace farming techniques, they cultivate rice, vegetables, and fruits, effectively utilizing every inch of land and preventing soil erosion. Living a modest existence, the cliff-dwelling farmers rely on farming as their main source of income, supplemented by raising poultry and livestock and gathering resources from the wild. These agricultural products and livestock are then transported down the mountain by the farmers themselves, either for sale or barter for essential household items. However, this task requires immense strength and skill, as the farmers must bear the extra weight on their backs while maintaining their balance on the treacherous terrain. Life on the hills is tough, but it has its own unique charm and resilience. It represents the people's wisdom in surviving in a difficult environment and their ability to adapt to nature. These cliff villages tempt an array of wanderers and sightseers to embark on a journey to this destination and satisfy their curiosity for this distinct way of existence. After the emergence of the renowned cliff village, formerly known as Actually a Village, on various social media platforms, the government took initiative to replace the old wooden ladder with a sturdy steel one, complete with railings for added protection and support. This steel ladder spans an astonishing 960 meters in vertical distance. As a result, the influx of tourists to Actually a Village has significantly increased, leading to a positive impact on the village. However, despite these developments, life in the village remains tough. With no accessible road, essential commodities such as vegetables, water, and even refrigerators must be transported manually up the mountain. The taxing ascent through these steel ladders can easily take up to 2 to 3 hours to complete. The government has built resettlement villages along with new schools, and about 80 families have been relocated from remote communities, while about 30 families still remain in the cliff village. Presently, these households have been relocated to the nearby county hub of Zhaojue, spanning a distance of 75 kilometers from the cliff village. As a substitute for their former dwellings, they have been allocated furnished apartments, ranging in size from 50 to 100 square meters based on the number of occupants in each household. In order to transform the cliff villages into a popular tourist spot, the government has conveyed to the remaining inhabitants its plan to construct guest houses and install a cable car system. In conclusion, the mountain village dwellers of China exhibit an inspiring spirit and unparalleled courage in the face of challenging living conditions. Despite the rugged terrain, harsh climate, and limited resources, these individuals have chosen to embrace a simple and self-sustaining way of life. Their resilience and determination to overcome adversities are truly commendable. They have learned to adapt to their surroundings, utilizing every available resource to meet their basic needs. We want to take a moment to thank all of our viewers for their continued support. We appreciate each and every one of you, and we are grateful for the time you have spent watching our videos. We would love to hear your thoughts and feedback, so please leave a comment on our latest video. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel to stay updated with our latest content. Your support means the world to us, and we look forward to bringing you more exciting videos in the future. Thank you again for being a part of our YouTube community.